News mornings at 5 a.m. starts right now.
Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump took the stage for their first presidential debate. This morning, we break down some of the highlights from the fiery face-off. A new cadet program is meant to help metro area college students interested in a criminal justice degree, but it's not DPD that's offering it. New this morning, the agency behind it and what students can learn in the program. And it's been 23 years since the September 11th terrorist attacks. This morning, how people are honoring all the lives lost.
Taking a live look outside right now on your Wednesday morning, hump day, halfway through the week. Dark and early this morning, downtown Denver and I-25. Today, we're cooling it down into the 80s today with some possible afternoon storms. Thanks for joining us. I'm Corey Rose.
And I'm Jordan Chavez. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Let's get a check of your forecast now with meteorologist Chris Bianchi. Chris, good morning.
Good morning, Jordan. Good morning, Corey. And yes, as you mentioned, we are going to be talking about slightly cooler conditions for today, but more perhaps impactfully, we're going to be talking about a better chance for some afternoon showers and storms. Right now, things looking calm out there at 5.
9 News mornings at 6 a.m. starts right now.
A 90-minute presidential debate.
This has been a disaster for people, for the middle class, but for every class.
And both candidates claim victory.
The government and Donald Trump certainly should not be telling a woman what to do with her body.
If you missed it, we have a breakdown of all the big moments of the night. It's been 23 years since the worst terrorist attacks on American soil. Today, Coloradans, along with the rest of the country, remember the nearly 3,000 lives lost.
It's really given them a basis of what police work is.
New this morning, college students interested in seeing what it's like to be an officer get some hands-on experience while earning credits towards their degree. And an update this morning on the $21 million project to upgrade a rest stop in Vail.
And good Wednesday morning, everybody. Taking a live look outside over downtown Denver as we get your Wednesday started. The sun breaking over the horizon now, getting ready for a day in the 80s. Unfortunately, some strong wind gusts expected to move through the area this afternoon. Happy hump day, everybody. Halfway through the week, I'm Jordan Chavez.
And I'm Corey Rose. Let's get a check of the forecast. Chris is joining us now. Some afternoon storms as well.
Yeah, you kind of said it there a second ago, Jordan, though. I think it's the one kind of weather that everybody does not like is wind, right? I don't know anybody who's going, oh, yay, it's going to be windy today, right? Today, this afternoon, we've got some of those gusty storms around for us.
9 News at 3 starts right now.
The Alexander Mountain fire in Larimer County was human-caused. Today, officials say they've made an arrest in the investigation. The latest details ahead.
9/11 attacks changed our country forever. 23 years ago today, cancer cases among people exposed to Ground Zero still increase daily.
More than 70 million people watched former President Trump debate Vice President Kamala Harris. Our Kyle Clark is here to break down the key moments and their impact.
How often do you eat out? And ordering in counts. Our health expert Dr. Coley explains how much is too much and an easy detox you can do the next day.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us at 9 News at 3. I'm Sam Shocker.
I'm Alexandra Lewis. Glad to have you here. Let's get to some headlines because we've known the cause of the Alexander Mountain fire in Larimer County for a while. We know it was human caused, but today the sheriff's office ID'd the suspect they believe may be responsible for the fire that broke out in late July.
Deputies have arrested a man accusing him of arson. 9 News reporter Lauren Scafidi was at the press conference this afternoon. So Lauren, the suspect had previously told people he was an officer, but we're now learning that's false.
Sam, investigators say he was doing that before and during the Alexander Mountain fire.
9 News at 4 starts right now.
Nearly 30 homes destroyed and thousands of acres burned. Now a Colorado man is charged in starting the Alexander Mountain fire back in July. We're live with surprising new details from the investigation.
Racist signs at bus stops and hateful rhetoric interrupting Aurora City Council. How far is too far for your First Amendment protections? Our legal analyst Whitney Traylor answering your questions live.
When you don't have that third party entity to kind of be able to hold any corporation accountable, it's concerning.
Molson Coors is eliminating DEI initiatives. Tonight we're hearing concerns about hiring from local advocacy organizations.
110 stories climb to honor thousands of lives lost.
It's a special moment. It's a special day for us.
A look around the nation as we honor 23 years since terror attacks on September 11th. More than 6 weeks ago, the Alexander Mountain Fire destroyed 28 homes. 21 other structures were destroyed. The wildfire burned more than 9,000 acres. And today we learned a man is facing charges accused of starting it.
9 News reporter Lauren Scafidi is there. She's live in Larimer County tonight, and there's a lot to this story, Lauren, including what officials are saying about the suspect.
9 News at 5 starts right now.
Authorities believe they've found the man responsible for the Alexander Mountain Fire. They also believe that man was pretending to be a wildland firefighter.
It had hose reels, it had drip cans, it looked like it was hard to tell.
The 2 people in this small plane walked away after a crash just after takeoff.
Plus, following the intense debate of Tuesday night and a show of civility today, the question remains, will Kamala Harris and Donald Trump debate again before Election Day?
And jurors hear detailed analysis, bullet by bullet, as testimony continues in the trial of the King Soopers shooter.
It was a fire that burned homes, changed lives, and even changed the landscape of our state. But now authorities say they believe the Alexander Mountain Fire was started by a man who was also pretending to be a firefighter. Thanks for joining us for 9 News at 5. I'm Tom Green.
And I'm Kim Christensen. The Larimer County Sheriff's Office says Jason Hobby is facing multiple felonies for his role in starting the fire and for impersonating a peace officer.
State regulators are investigating power outages that keep happening in the same places.
If they've got other neighborhoods that have been out more than 13 times this year, then go take care of them first.
Aurora City leaders who've argued over the level of gang activity there now say they're on the same page after Donald Trump brought Aurora onto the debate stage. Neighbors divided over a plan to build a mountain bike park with a lift. And for women who need a lift, at their lowest in life, there is a nonprofit filled with women who have been there and know the way out. We're going to support their work together because you don't just watch, because this is next.
Investigators in Larimer County have arrested a guy for the Alexander Mountain Fire. They say he posed as a firefighter to get into restricted areas while that fire was burning more than 9,000 acres and destroying dozens of homes last month.
News at 10 starts right now.
It just needs to stop.
More young people under the age of 18 are under investigation for violent crimes in Colorado these days.
An alternative is here for an uncomfortable, even painful exam for women.
Huge game changer.
Investigators say they know who started the fire that destroyed more than 24 homes.
So what led us to him was just good old-fashioned plain police work.
We're days away from the Rocky Mountain Showdown, and the Rams say they're ready.
But first, a teenager's innocent question ended in a shooting.
This isn't an easy one to figure out why this equaled that.
Now an elected official is facing charges.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Kim Christensen.
And I'm Kyle Clark. A councilman for the small town of Mountain View is accused of shooting a teenager in the face on the councilman's property.
9 News reporter Janelle Finch is at the Jeffco Sheriff's Office. And Janelle, they say these kids were just looking for a place to take their homecoming photos.
Kim and Kyle, deputies are trying to figure out how the situation escalated so quickly.